Hello, hello ladies and gentlemen, ChaosWulff here and welcome to Grav. Now, what is Grav? I briefly covered this in my quick review, or my quick preview I should really say, of Grav, and Grav is pretty much a cross between Minecraft and No Man's Sky. Basically because we are on an alien world and we have to go and craft things and, well, basically craft things and level up in order to survive. Now, the world's... Oops. Whoops, that. Kind of misjudged that one. But the worlds are procedurally generated, which makes every time you load up the game, or basically every time you start a new kind of save on a new server, the world is going to be basically random. It's going to be completely different to what it was previously. And yeah, as you can see here, this world looks absolutely bloody awesome. Now this is the first time that I've actually had with having these kind of mushroom trees, and it's also the first time I've actually had pink grass. But I'm really looking forward to getting up onto those plateaus as well, but I'm not going to be able to get up there yet, because what we need to do is actually go and do some gathering. We need to go and pick up some materials. So we're going to pick out our multi-tool and actually start and harvest. And the multi-tool is used to pretty much harvest most things in the game. You get experience from harvesting, but not a great amount. You get most of your experience from actually killing enemies. So I'm going to go and do a little bit more harvesting, because what we actually need to do is start off by making a little base. Because we want somewhere to actually stay when it gets dark. And we want somewhere to actually keep our crafting materials. Well, not materials, but our... You'll see, we need a base. So what I'm going to go do is actually go and harvest a lot of these wooden mushrooms. And I'm also going to go and kill myself one of these little infected slimes, because they are something I really don't want around here. There we go. Oh, and we actually have, you see that blue thing there? That is our first blueprint. We just got a blueprint for a health stim, so that's actually kind of cool. And what we're getting as well is rations. And we need rations to actually keep up our stamina. Because as you can see down in the bottom right, so down here, we have two bars. The top one is obviously our health. So that just shows how much damage we can take before we die. And the one below it is our stamina. Now that dictates just basically how much stuff we can do. It's like how far we can run, how long we can sprint for, how much combat we can do, and so on. If you've got no stamina, you can't really do anything. So you need to eat. I don't know if you can actually starve in this game yet. I haven't actually tried it. I'm going to have to try that at some point. But every time you die, you actually have to respawn and go and get your materials back again. But we'll get to that if that happens. So right now, what I'm going to go and do is just harvest enough of these trees to actually go and build a few little rooms, just make a basic little base. So I'll see you guys in a moment. And it's not just wood that we're going to need to actually go and craft things with. Now that would be rather boring if we only needed one material. But here we actually have gems, so we're going to go and harvest this, and in the distance just over there you can actually see some bones. A skeleton, some long dead creature. Now those are actually fossils, and we use those to actually make things. So anything that is made out of stone, or anything stone kind of materials, will be made from fossils. Anything that is kind of gemishy, obviously, will be used by making gems. We also have ore for making anything that's kind of metal based, and obviously the wood. There are more things that we need, but well, there are more materials that we can actually gather, but we'll come on to those a bit later. And as we're already here in front of one of these glowing trees, I thought I might actually, well, not exactly glowing, it's more shimmering, but I thought I'd actually let you know what that means. When a crafting material actually has this kind of shimmer over them, that just signifies that it has more of a chance of dropping the rarer crafting materials. And not just more of a chance, it also has a chance of dropping more of them. So there we go, we've got a wooden plank and a worn acorn. Now those we'll be using in other recipes later on, or blueprints as they're actually called. Let's see. Well, we've got nearly 300 wood, so I think that's pretty much enough for what we need at the moment. So there we go, we've got 300 wood exactly. So what we need to do now is actually find somewhere to actually build our base. And what I'm thinking is I'm actually going to build it next to this one of these plateaus, because I might actually be able to build it high enough to actually be able to go and sit on top. Well, basically build it up high enough so I can actually get up there on top of there. So we'll actually go and see how far out roughly do I need to be. About yay far, I think, and I could possibly build a bridge over. We'll see. Because I'm really curious as to what's up there. So we'll press B to bring up our build catalogue. And what we're going to do is, first of all, I'm going to build a wooden room with a door. And let's see if I can actually... There we go. That's what I want. I actually want it to be slightly higher up. So let's press E to actually build it. And now I can actually go and climb inside. So I'll press B so I don't see that. And now we're actually climbed up and we're actually inside. So we're not on the ground level. We're actually up, so we're a little bit away from a lot of the enemies. And speaking of enemies, we can actually see some more of them over there, just in the distance. There's actually a walking one in the distance. And those are kind of nasty, and so I don't want to go anywhere near them just yet until I'm a little bit better equipped. So what I want to do is I want to build another room. And not I want B. But this time I'm going to go for a room with windows. And I'm actually going to build these either side. So I'm going to put one there. And I'm going to put one there. And that's enough for now. So now we can actually see outside. And what I want to do is actually go and see if we can build our armory now. So we're going to go into the crafting. And yes, we have enough to build our armory. And what the armory allows us to do is actually... Ooh, there we go. It allows us to actually craft anything that we need, like more tools, more weapons, and so on. So let's actually activate this, and let's see what we can make. We can make pistol ammo, even though we don't have a pistol at the moment. And we can make rotten wooden armor. We don't actually have enough wood for most of these pieces yet. We have enough for a few of them, but not most of it. We can't do assault rifles, rocket launchers, submachine guns. We can make a flare gun, but it's not really useful unless you actually are playing multiplayer. Melee. We could make a rotten club if I had enough, but I don't. But we do have enough for making our second multi-tool, so multi-tool Mark II. So I'll click build and then press I to actually go into the multi-tools and actually bind that to our hotbar. So what that means now is when we actually go out and harvest, instead of actually seeing the harvest ticks going up as 1, they actually come up as 2. So what that means is every tick we're getting 2 units of that material, not just the 1. So that's going to make this so much easier. Well, not easier, but well, easier and faster. So that is really nice. That was a really nice upgrade, and I'm really quite happy about that. So I'm going to go and get some more wood, and I'm going to go and extend the base a little bit more. So I will see you guys in a moment. You know what? I've got to say I really like the way this game looks, actually. I like the art style that they went for. And I really like the way the stock character looks. It looks kind of Daft Punk, almost. Not that I'm a big fan of Daft Punk, I just really like the way they look. But, yeah, no, one of the things I like about this is the fact that the worlds are procedurally generated. And because of that, every time you start either a new save or start on a different server, the world that you are in is going to be drastically different. I mean, if you want to see how different worlds can be, I'd recommend actually going over and to Commander Dark Widow and having a look at his videos he's actually done of Grav. He's got 2 up already, and his world is drastically different to this one. Oh look, there we go. Sparkling Day Killer. So I'm going to go and try and kill him. Let's just see. Yeah, he sounds a bit more intimidating, but wow, he's not as tough as I was expecting him to be. But yeah, no, the main goal that we have at the moment is to build ourselves a rusty pistol. And then after that we need to gather enough materials and level up so we can actually go and make our first Stargate, so we can actually go and visit the first of the exoplanets, well exoplanets, but the first of the off-world maps. So I'm going to go and do some more harvesting again, and again I will see you guys later. Alright, we've got ourselves a little bit of a rarer find. We found ourselves a wealthy sparkling slime. Now these are all denoted by the fact that they are gold, but the reason they're gold is they actually drop a crap ton more items than normal equivalents of their mobs. So if you see gold ones, you can always go and kill them for more loot, pretty much. Okay, so I have pretty much just built my base up a little bit more, so it's a lot bigger, and we actually have moved the armory, but we still do not actually have enough to actually make our pistol. We're going to need a lot more gems and a lot more ore, and we're not going to find a lot of that out here. So what we're going to need to do is go and find one of the dungeons around here. But before that, I am actually going to go and place down an uplink. Now the reason I'm actually placing this down here, there we go, is the fact that we aren't actually now linked to there. So if we actually die, we get the option to either respawn randomly or actually go to the uplink. And going to the uplink is better because we actually know where we're going to be. And you can actually see it there on the little compass at the bottom. It looks like a little chain link. So, right, there we go. This way. This is the way to a dungeon. Though I don't know how far away it is. I think it's a good idea to get out our knife, because there's a day killer. The sparkling day killer. Come here, you. I want your essence of electricity. I really do like the nights here. They do look so nice. Hello, moon. Coming to visit you soon. Ooh, rock. Now there, as you can see, we've just moved into a different area called Silver Glass. And it says, level 1, the element here is fire and their bane element is electricity. Now what that means is that most of the enemies here are actually going to be fire-based. And it's an aggressive combusting slime, so it's basically it's a fire-based slime. Because where we were previously, everything was electric-based. But now we've got a bit more ore, and we'll get a few more fossils here. But the ore is what we need for our weapon, the fossils not so much, but we will need them at some point. And there's another aggressive slime over there, but I don't think it's seen us. Nah, it's gone away. So, where is this dungeon? I think we're getting closer. You can tell which ones are dungeons because A, the little arches lead to them, and also B, they are glowing, such as this. And this one's level 1 to 4, so we're going to go into the Cavern of the Stars. Now, what are we? We're at level 3, okay? And in here, you're going to find a lot of materials. The one thing you're not going to find in here is a lot of wood, which is why we want a lot of wood before we actually come into a dungeon. Now, what I'm going to do is I am actually going to go and farm my way through this dungeon to one of the loot rooms, really, because you can tell which one the loot room is because it has a loot crate in there, and we'll see what that is in a minute. But let's actually just get our way through, because all these slimes are aggressive, and they're a little bit of a higher level than what I'm used to. There we go. Let's heal up a little bit. Right, okay, well, not all of them are aggressive, but a good amount of them will be. So, come here. There we go. There's a bunch of them. And do you guys remember when I said that with the multi-tool you can actually farm, well, you can pick up almost everything? Well, this here is Element X, and we can't actually pick this up with our multi-tool. What we need is, what it says at the bottom, is a harvester. But we don't actually have the blueprints for this yet. Right, are you two aggressive? No. Okay. So, I am just going to go and kill my way through here and farm as much of this as I can. And I will come back to you when anything interesting happens. So, I'll see you guys in a moment. We'll go to you as well for the sake of it. Oh, and I'm happy we did. We got our blueprint. So what's this one? We got an invis stim. What invis stims are, as they are invisibility stims. So they actually turn you invisible, so if you want to be sneaky, you can actually use those. Although I'm not a big fan of them myself. I think the best use of them really is for when you're wanting to run away from an encounter and basically lose aggro, I think. But we haven't come across anything that useful yet. But as soon as I finish actually mining this fossil, what I'm going to do is check and see how much of the resources we have. So let's have a look. Let's go to resources, ore 122, gems 183. So we have enough gems, but we don't have enough ore yet. So we need to get up to 150 ore in order to actually be able to make our pistol. So let's see if we can find some more ore. I think I can see some up ahead there. So let's kill these slimes because I want to level up as well. There we go. Now there's another thing I should mention as well, is that all the weapons that we use have, well, not all of them, but most of them actually have multiple uses. They have two modes to them, pretty much. There's alternate attack and secondary attack. With the knife, holding the left mouse button actually just does your standard attack. But holding the right mouse button will actually do a multiple attack, but it actually drains your stamina a lot faster. So just be aware of that. With the multi-tool, actually using the left mouse button actually harvests things, and using the right mouse button actually repairs things. So you can actually use it to repair your base if it actually gets damaged. And that's something that me and Commander Dark Widow only recently found out. Now, I think I actually have enough for a pistol. So what I'm going to do is get out of the way, and we are going to build ourselves an armory. And we'll use it and have a look here. Yep, we have more than enough to actually build ourselves a pistol. So there we go. We actually have a pistol. So let's go into the ammo and see if we've got full ammo. No, we didn't, but now we do. And let's go into the inventory and actually place these things in the right places. So, what do I want? Pistols, rusty pistol, put on the hotbar, put it there. Melee, hotbar, number 2. And multi-tool Mark II, hotbar, we'll put it there. Which reminds me, actually, let's recheck this here and actually have a look at multi-tools, because nope, we still only have the ability to make a multi-tool Mark II. But as we've already got one, we do not need it. Now the pistol does not have a secondary fire. Clicking the right mouse button just makes you ready the pistol and put it away again. Well, let's see in here. What have we? There we go. That's so much easier. And we can level up a lot faster. We don't actually have to rush up to them. We can kill a lot of them very quickly. Let's see if we have enough. No, we don't. We need 200 element X for any of these. Oh, no, we don't. Not all of them. Harvest pet. 50. Okay. Still don't have enough element X, so okay. Okay, so I'm going to carry on killing and farming, and I will see you guys when I get closer to the loot room, or until we find a boss at least. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, looks like we found our first boss. We've got here Sparkling Kevin the Just. So if you see anything with names such as, like, even proper names but end in something like the Just or so on, that's actually a boss. And they have a higher chance of dropping blueprints, just like these two. And we just got the blueprints for a force field door and a generator, so that's nice. We're going to be putting those to use when we actually get to the back to the base. But it looks like I've got no ammunition left, so I need to actually go and build myself another armory. So I'll just come around here, nice and out of the way, and build myself a new armory. So what we'll do is we'll fill ammo, and because I picked up the... I'll click it again, there we go, just to make sure, and because I already picked up the blueprint for the new multi-tool, we can have a look, but it looks like I'm actually missing radioactive ore. So I am going to have a look around until I find some. Now the reason I'm actually detonating the armory every time is because I don't want to have to keep coming back to it. And I get all my, well, if not all my resources, most of my resources back. It looks like we've got another 2 bosses here. We have Sparkling something, the filmmaker. I can't quite see what it said there. And we have another one. We have 3 bosses here. So let's see what we can get from them. Another... There we go. We've got a blueprint for a landmine there. And what we're going to get from Snarflox the Growler. You gotta love these names. And we've got the harvester. That's nice. So we can actually start harvesting the element X now. And that guy didn't drop anything. So let's just clear the area out. The swift sparkling slime. Oh, that's why it's what I call swift. It moves fast. Leave me alone. Okay, so in order to actually start harvesting this, we need to press B and actually go to placed items and go to harvester. Now there it is. So we place it over the top and we actually drop it down. And you can see that it's now happily just mining away at that element X. Now I am going to go and have to find myself, well, basically make another armory so I can actually get my ammunition back again, because yet again I have completely... where is it? There we go. Because naturally, I have gone and exhausted my supply of ammunition. So back to ammo, refill. Whoops, didn't mean to shoot that, but it looks like this might be the loot room up ahead. But I'm just going to go and do a little bit extra, a bit of extra gathering here because we always need materials. And that's one of the things about this game, is that it is a lot of time actually spent resource gathering. And if that kind of thing isn't for you, then I probably don't think this game would be for you. But I like it, it's very zen. Oop, hello. So, Sparkling Pickles the Little Hand. Let's see if he gives us anything interesting. Oh, we get something nice from him, hopefully. We get a storage bin, which in single player isn't that amazing. Let's see, what have we got here? We've got a lot of sparkling slimes. So, I think it's time to pop a cap in them. This is going to be a lot of experience. Oh, we got another blueprint. Landmine stunner. Alright. Never really use the landmines myself. Okay. Looks like I'm going to have to finish these guys off with the knife. So it's a good thing that they are actually lower level than me now. So I can actually do some decent damage to them. Use the health stim, get ourselves back up, because sometimes they do have that point blank area of attack. Oh, there we go. We've got another 2 blueprints. Let's see what we get. Again, generator and beacon. Now, the beacon's going to be nice, but we already had the generator. Now, that is a little problem at the moment, is you will often find yourself getting multiple, well, copies of the same blueprints. So you can get duplicates. So it's not like you get one and then that's it. You don't have the chance of getting that drop again. But then again, there are a lot of drops in the game as well, so it does help to stretch out the lifespan of this game. And now I've actually managed to get fairly well technologically advanced on Dark Widow's server. I've actually managed to get up quite a way, and I've actually even managed to find a 3rd Stargate, so that's really nice. Now, I don't know if I've actually mentioned them before, but the Stargates are what you actually have to get in order to actually visit the different planets, or the moons around this planet that we're on. And the first one we need to get is the Stargate moon. But I can see something a little further ahead. Can you see it just there? That's a loot crate up ahead. And that means that that's actually the loot room. So what I'm going to have to do is pretty much set up shop just outside so we can actually prepare to go inside. So in order to prepare, we're going to build ourselves an armory. We're also going to build ourselves an uplink. And we're also going to build ourselves another item. Oh, wrong button. We are actually going to build ourselves a campfire. Now, you might be wondering why we're going to be building a campfire. But the reason we're actually going to do this is for this very reason. Yep, I am dancing next to the campfire. But what you want to go and have a look at is actually down the bottom right. We're actually gaining stamina from dancing. So campfires are actually used to regenerate health and stamina. So that's really cool. That's a really awesome mechanic I find in this game. And the more people you have dancing around the fire, the louder the music gets. But we're already up to full, so let's... Wrong button. let's actually just leave that as is. And, oh, there we go. Because those are the big bosses that actually spawn in when you come to a loot room. It doesn't always happen, but most of the time it does. Ah, that was it. We need to actually get some ammunition. Is that another boss? Yes, that is. Might as well kill that one on the way. I might get something nice off him. Well, at least we get another. There we go. We get a fence. Very nice. Okay. Alrighty, let's start this off. Now, these guys will spawn quite a few. Hello! They are rather intimidating, these guys. Ah! I will take you down. And this is why I like the pistol. It's so easy, much easier. Ah, hello. Uh-oh. And I'm out of ammo. I don't have to kite them quite as much. There we go. Whew. And we've got the blueprint for a kitchenette. Now, what I am actually going to go do now is actually go and clear this room out, because it's going to take a while. So I'm going to record it all, but I'm actually going to go and cut it together a little bit, just to make it a little bit more entertaining for you guys. Well, I think that actually might be this room emptied. Yep, I've touched it and nothing else is spawning, so I think we are actually safe to actually loot this. Now, what is a loot crate, you might be asking? Now, a loot crate actually has a lot of good shit in there. Here we go, and there is a lot of it. Now, this stuff actually allows you to actually craft more complicated things. So we're going to go have a look at the armory in a minute and see if we have enough items, well, enough crafting materials to actually craft a multi-tool Mark III. And then I think we're going to get out of this dungeon because we are pretty much at the end of it. Okay, so yes, we can actually make our newest multi-tool. So I'm actually going to build that. And then again, go back into the inventory, multi-tools Mark III, and hotbar it to number 3. So now we actually have a much better multi-tool. So we can actually harvest 3 per shot and not just 2. There it is. Bloody hell. It's taken me this long to find it. God, I suck at directions. But, as I said, we do have a fix for that now. And what that fix is a little powered item we have in our build section. So let's actually go in and go to the powered section. Now, first thing we come across in the powered section is a force field door. So I'm actually going to go and put one of those in there. Oops, wrong button. Let's actually get this out. And what we need to do now is actually find a way of actually powering that door. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and put a generator right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go fill it with wood and activate. So there we go. Now we've actually got it so that enemies can't get in even if they can actually climb up. But the one I actually really want is this, the beacon. And what do I do? Press E. Update text. There we go. So there we go. You can see on the little map, or not the map, but on the little compass at the bottom, there's actually like what looks like a little cross/flower thing, and that's actually this thing here, the beacon. So that actually shows us which way this base is now. So that's awesome. So I'm not going to lose the base anymore. But anyway, I think that is enough for this particular episode. So I am going to have to say goodbye, and I will see you next episode. If you have liked this video, please do hit that like button. It really does help my channel out. And if you haven't already, please do hit that big subscribe button to join the Wolf Pack. You will get notifications from whenever I release new videos. And until next time, Commanders, keep flying and stay shiny.